never stays a day. A bad luck's always coming my way.
For today's Grimm adventure, we find ourselves in Oakland, California, visiting the final resting place of Elizabeth Short, otherwise known as the Black Dahlia. Her final resting place is here in the cemetery called the Mountain View Cemetery, and it is beautiful. Before we get to her grave, however, we're going to take a walk around the grounds and get some photos. It's amazing. I can't wait to show you guys this. But before we do that, you see this mausoleum that's behind Jessica? If you can read the name, it says Ghirardelli. The name should sound familiar because it's that family who brought us Ghirardelli chocolates. You okay?
I got excited about chocolates.
Did you spin again?
Yeah.
Years ago, I was here in Oakland, California, just outside of San Francisco, visiting the final resting place of Elizabeth Short. I mean, the world knows her as the Black Dahlia, but she's buried here on this hillside. And good thing I was here quite some time, that we pretty much knew almost exactly where she was. There it is, daughter, Elizabeth Short, July 29th, 1924 to January 15th, 1947. Crazy, right? Let's get in a little bit closer here and take a look. Crouch down. That's nice though, right? Little ES right here for Elizabeth Short. Nice little spot here on the hillside. I always found it interesting that Elizabeth Short lived and died down in Los Angeles, where Jessica and I live, and she's buried up here just outside of San Francisco. If you don't know the story of Elizabeth Short and what happened to her, the Black Dahlia, it's a pretty strange and very gruesome tale. I'm not going to get into it. We've visited the crime scene locations, but actually coming here and paying our respects, maybe we shouldn't talk about it. You can find our video visiting the crime scene locations in the description below. But I don't know, visiting a place like this just makes it all the more real. You know, Jessica and I are all about being respectful, especially for those who have passed on. And I feel like I should tell you this. If you do decide to come here to Mountain View Cemetery in Oakland, California to visit the final resting place of Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia, if you go inside the office, they're not going to tell you where she's buried. Elizabeth Short's mother, when she died, requested that that information, where she's located here in the cemetery, not be given out to the general public. So if you do want to come here and visit her, keep in mind this cemetery is massive. Do your homework, preparation. Just saying. Pretty much everywhere we turn in this cemetery, we keep finding things that are just taking our breath away. I feel like we're walking into some sort of old church.
It's a tiny door. I'm gonna try it.
That's got a doorknob? Go for it.
It's not a real doorknob, it doesn't turn.
If somebody knocks back,
I'll run. Or I've just discovered a secret garden.
something like that. Oh, wow. Looking above you. I kind of feel like maybe, you know, Dracula lives here or something.
Secret entrance to the castle.
Right? And what were you saying about only really seeing things like this in movies?
Yeah, this kind of architecture, especially with the fences and everything, you see this in movies where it's, you know, heavily lit with candles and there's tiny doors and they're running around in their sweeping dresses, right? And then sometimes there's vampires or there's secret societies. Or just like a romantic movie, I don't know, period piece. But this is giving me all of those feelings.
And this one looks like a church as well.
Oh, Tubbs, 1866. Oh, this one actually has inscriptions. That's nice.
Oh my.
Wow, that one was buried in 1969, not so long ago.
You see the little angel statue down there, a little cherub?
Yeah. I love all the little leaves.
Right? It is like walking through a secret garden, isn't it?
Oh.
Look at that gate. All right, we need a door like that
Wow.
in our house, to our house.
This is so impressive and magical and mystical, and I really do feel like I've just wandered into like some far-off land where the Fae used to live here, but you stumbled upon the ruins of a time long past. Gosh.
In a way, I kind of feel like I walked into some old medieval church, or maybe even in the movie, was it, well, Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code.
Like behind that door could be a treasure.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, I can see that.
Dracula. The Secret Garden. This could be from any fantastic realm. It's breathtaking.
There's just so much. We're gonna look at this last one here.
Oh,
I love
Pendleton.
the iron gate.
The gates are very impressive, and it gives this feeling of like almost royalty.
Let's go up. Gosh. I mean, look at that thing. Now, if you look up towards the ceiling, you can tell it's almost like it's a fake wall, like behind it. I want to see what's behind there. I'm kind of shaken how in awe I am of this place.
I wonder if it's kind of like in Indiana Jones.
Kind of feels like
All
that.
the bodies laid out, you know?
Yeah. Pretty much this whole street is lined with little mausoleums like this. And we've never seen anything like it. It's just beyond gorgeous. There's one more to look at. Baby, walking up to this, you really can't tell. But you see that door right there?
Mm-hmm.
Walking up to it, there's another door behind it.
No way.
So there's this room, that door, another room. And then if I lift this up, you can kind of see another door back there.
How enchanting.
Right?
You have a very nice ossuary.
That's from the movie, what was it, Cemetery Man?
Delamarte Delamore.
Great movie, Rupert Everett.
Mm-hmm.
Walking through the cemetery, we come across this mausoleum that's over here in the corner, hidden underneath these trees. And I just noticed this too, walking up to the gate. See a cobweb right there. I'm loving how this looks, especially with the trees coming over the roof. And it's not just this one here. Oh God, no. If we walk down this way, there's more. They're like these little alcoves. Right? There's just something about this. This one over here, looks like it's probably the main gate. And of course, it's the most well lit on the inside. Talk about peaceful. Mountain View Cemetery is massive. We drove around for quite some time. We're getting ready to leave and we saw this road that takes us all the way to the very top, high above the cemetery itself. And from here you can see everything. I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. I'm hoping that it's going to translate through the camera, through the lens, but right now off in the distance I can see San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, Oakland, as well as the bay, and it is gorgeous. Standing here on top of the hill above the cemetery definitely is a lot more windier, that's for sure. And you can tell that they're doing some sort of construction here, possibly putting in an overlook, which is smart of them. I mean, look at this view, as well as adding more space off to the right of your screen for more graves. But if you look in the center of your screen, way, way, way off in the distance, that's San Francisco. Maybe with this lens you can see it a little bit easier. Center of your screen, San Francisco. Now, part of my hand, it's going to be out of focus. But if you see right here, that part of the screen, that's the Golden Gate Bridge. And that's the cemetery below. Talk about a view. And with that being said, thank you for joining us on another adventure, this time to Oakland, California, Mountain View Cemetery, the final resting place of Elizabeth Short. Just a quick stop to pay our respects. We're heading up to Portland, Oregon. Got a couple more stops tonight before we hit the hotel. But as always, until next time, happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, bad luck is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. A bad luck's always coming my way.